Good morning. You're listening to First Talk with Hal Rowe on WHKY Talk Radio for the Greater Hickory Metro. Miss Kiesler's here. It's what Vince told me. So Miss Kiesler's here. Lindsay Kiesler, president of your Catawba County Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber. Always nice to see you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend.
Good morning. I sure did. I hope you did too.
I did. We're going to talk this morning about HKY4Vets, kind of a year in review. I remember this has kind of gone through a couple different variations, the way that you've approached it.
That's right.
But tell us about it, in case people are not familiar with HKY4Vets.
So you're right, Hal. This is a really special program, a really unique program still to our community. Not many other communities are coming together to be veteran ready to transition active duty service members into their second career in the civilian sector. And particularly creating a soft place to land for these individuals and their families. And so back 7 years ago, so we just crossed that 7-year milestone, the Chamber, in partnership with the Economic Development Corporation, particularly Nathan Hurett, who's the Economic Development Director there, we came together and said, how can we create a program or an initiative that helps to transition this highly talented group out of military service into the civilian sector and fill a great career in this region.
Right.
And so, like you said, it's gone through many iterations, and we've
Iterations,
evolved.
That's what I was looking for.
We have evolved. At one point, we were bringing families here for a weekend. You remember that,
yes, ma'am.
Hal? And now and thankful for. This is sort of a silver lining of the pandemic, as all of us used to the various virtual platforms. We have a very virtual strategy, but still maintaining that high touch. So ensuring that those that are trying to find their next career are able to see one of us, and mostly in our case, it's Nathan Hurett, on the other end of the phone or the other end of the email to help understand what type of skills that they have, like how their military specialty, occupational specialty, translate into civilian work, and helping translate that, helping them understand the leadership skills and the other skills they possess, technical skills they possess, and how that translates to a career here with a great company here. And so companies have come alongside of us. Also, some local government entities have come alongside of us to help fund and sustain this work. And we've been very successful at doing this and trying to hone in that strategy to optimize our reach in this very niche audience, right?
Right.
There are thousands. Actually, they say about 75,000 service members will be transitioning from active duty into their next career just from a military base or installation in North Carolina alone in the next 4 years. In the next 4 years.
75,000 from North Carolina in the next 4 years.
Just in North Carolina alone. And that was in Business North Carolina recently, magazine. And so we have a digital funnel that we've created to help, and also have built relationships on these installations with these transitions assistance programs to see if we can find those that are looking for a great community like ours and great companies that are in this community, and particularly great careers that would help meet their needs of their family, for the next chapter of their lives.
I think that's just great.
So we've been doing this, like I said, for 7 years.
Right.
And just in the last year, I want to share some metrics with you.
Okay.
So 68 is the number of individuals that we have worked one-on-one with.
Wow, that's a lot.
In one way, shape, or another.
Right.
Yeah, so whether that's resume building services, whether that's connection to valuable resources that they need that are located in our community, whether that's connection to a Department of Defense Skill Bridge program, which is a fellowship, sort of an internship in their last 6 months of active duty. They can work in a civilian position to get some experience and hopefully a job, full-time job after they're finished, or it's actually career placement. So we know we have great relationships with the companies that partner with us, and we understand the positions that they have available, and we make those one-on-one connections with those recruitment managers or the hiring managers, if you will, with those that will be the best fit. So 68 is that number.
Okay.
The next one I want to talk about is our virtual hiring event. So we hosted 2 in the last year. We had 150 individuals that registered for those hiring events.
Wow.
So our companies are meeting one-on-one with these individuals, and 20% of those are from outside our immediate radius, outside of a 50-mile radius of Catawba County. Okay. So you're seeing a significant number that are either across the state, across the Southeast, even across the country. And also we've seen participants that are on tours overseas that are finishing up that can still participate. So the internet allows us to do many things like that.
Talk to somebody who's in South Korea going to be finishing up their duty right.
Exactly. And so we've had 150 plus attendees that have taken part in 2 hiring events in the last year. 300,000 is another number.
That's a big number.
And that is social media impressions that we have been able to make on behalf of our employer partners. So amplifying their brands as an employer of choice, that are veteran ready, that want to recruit and seek to be, the next work home, if you will, for these transitioning military service members. 300 is also another number, 300% actually. That's the how our website traffic has grown over the last year. So 300%.
Over the last year?
Yes.
Wow.
So again, going towards that digital strategy, it's important that we're growing our reach and we're extending those organic impressions. And so I think that's something notable that I'd like to make sure that people out there, particularly business owners that are listening, can hear that we're doing on behalf of these employer partners. And then finally, in the last year, we created what was called Professional Connections, HKY4Vets PC meetups. PC stands for Professional Connections.
Okay.
We're trying to create a professional network. So those that are actively working in this community that have previously served in any branch of our armed forces, to create connections, powerful connections. So, whether or camaraderie, right? So just fostering relationships. But this in particularly is beneficial when we have individuals that relocate to our community. That's the soft place to land piece, right? They can plug into this group of individuals that have been there, done that, understand their services, understand their struggles.
Understand their lingo. There's a certain way of speaking and acronyms and things like this that those folks understand that I don't know, maybe you don't know, but they do because they've got that fraternity or just that relationship. I want to thank you very much for your time this morning. Sounds like a wonderful program. You all have done great this past year. It sounds like with a 300% increase in the web traffic, sounds like it's going to continue to grow, and we look forward to having those wonderful individuals have a soft place to land in our community. Thanks so much.